Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's 2025 Evertrust Capital Professional Career Development Forum and Job Fair. This is the fourth event focused on professional leadership development. Okay. Thank you so much for coming out in this such a nice weather. You can enjoy outside, but you're coming here to learn, to contribute. Really appreciate your showed up, and I also welcome a few team members online as well. Thank you for joining this important event, who will be contribute significant to our community as well as future your career. So this event was organized by 4 key organizers: CCEA, CCAA, and then CPAC, and also LCEA, and as well as the 14 I would say industry associations, as well as the nonprofit organization. Thank you for all of us join together to contribute to our community. And today, my name is Chen Zheng. I'm the executive president of one of the organizers, Canadian China Economy, Trade and Cultural Exchange Promotion Alliance, called CCEA, as also as the co-chair of a community event focused on the CNIW foundations. Okay. In the past 1.5 months, we already organized a few events, as you can see here. This is just a few snapshots. Number one is the accounting forums. Number 2 is stable coins forums. And then today is the number 4. In the between, we have another forum I will show you after. But the most important event is November 23rd on the Youth Professional Career Forum and Job Fair. Will be held at the UTS Scarborough campus. Okay, welcome you to focus to join. And this is just give you a snapshot overview of the event we are currently organized, and some already held already, and some we are ongoing. So welcome to join any of the event interested to you, and hopefully you can benefit from it. And the whole professional career event job fair was originally initiated during pandemic in 2022. At the time, we have a significant pressure of lots of young students cannot find a co-op or find a job after they graduate. So that's why in that time, we launched the career forums and the job fair. I think in 2020, we already held 6 events in a row. Every month we have one, and this 2022, we have a significant I would say forum together. We held 3 days, okay? And day 1 is focused on engineering, IT, and public service and startup. The second day is finance and engineering, and also IT, a few people. And then the third day is focused on accounting and program management, okay? And this is just give you a snapshot on it's the 2023. So you can see here's the event. We have first time offline and the significant speakers, and this one give you a snapshot of our on-site review. Okay, a lot of company. At the same time, in 2023, we held the Youth Professional Career Forum Innovation as well as Entrepreneur. That's why we have every month we have invited 5 young students or recent graduate to give us the lesson learned they have, how they launch their entrepreneurs, their companies, technology. Okay, this is a significant I would say event in a year, and you can see who's joined in a year. We have TDS, big bank company, big engineering companies, as well as localized some of the associations. In 2024, we move much forward. Okay, we launched 13 events, 13 within 2.5 months, 13 forums. You can see here from first accounting, finance, and then IT, and engineering, and peer program management. As well as the interview. Okay, so significant event was held, and we launched this one in job fair on 1 day, the whole day's event in Sheraton Hotel downtown in Toronto City Hall. And that one is the whole day event, and you can see how our team showed up. And the video you just at the front you already seen. We have significant team here, and significant over 70 companies joined to recruit the people. All interchange informations and help our young generation to for their career growth and entrepreneurship. Okay, for this year we're looking forward much. I would say more focus because of the tough economic situations right now we have a challenge to hold more and more, bigger and bigger, because of the space we have. Right now, this year, we have a UTS campus, and we'll get a big auditoriums, and then we have the outside hall for us to launch the job fair. We are more focused on company this year who have the recruiting opportunity. If they have a job, we probably will post the job early, so you know what company they coming to hire, and then you can prepare your resume ready, hopefully get the interview on the site. So today, I'm very happy to invite a few of our speakers here today. So we have 8 speakers here today, and they will come in to share the challenge they went through, the success they have achieved, and then the solution they have. So 3 aspects I would like to focus on today. First, you are as industries or expert or professional in your leaders, how you can share your stories, how your story can inspire a new young generation. That's one of the things from career perspective. Okay. The second perspective I would like you to share is as a non-profit organizations leaders, you sacrifice lots of your time, you demonstrate your leadership to lead a team. Without lots of time, we don't have money, right? You contribute your money, your time, your energy, your knowledge to lead the community in your professions, in your organizations, how this leadership play a role. This is not like a company, you have authority. You can using authority as a leader. This is complete volunteer job. How you using your special skill, how you develop your leadership skill, how lead a team and then achieve your goal. Okay. And then third one, I would like our speakers to focus on to give young generation, based on your career path, what is benefit for them, based on current economic situation affecting your industry, and how young people should be prepared for. Okay, so this is 3 topics that I may focus on, but for each individual guest, I may you a little bit small different in your aspect, because a few of you is the entrepreneur like Louis, right? He's a very successful entrepreneur, then as CEO of the Solutions, big sponsor for our lot of event, and as well as today is one of the organizers. So he will be sharing a little bit different from entrepreneur perspective. Okay, so with that being said, I would like to give one of the organizers and speakers, Louis, to come in to give us a few sentences. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ben. Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me. So my name is Louis. I'm the founder and CEO of Jobster.io and KE Solutions. So what we do is that's good. Yeah, so we are really focusing on helping youth and young talent to develop their career. And thank you so much for the invitation. And we work together to build a community, connecting leaders, influencers, experts to people who are looking forward to improving themselves. So I want to share a little bit about my background and so the journey. So when I moved to Canada, I was 18 years old. I went to University of Windsor first, and then I didn't know what school is there are in Canada. So then Windsor is competing against different schools, but Waterloo comes to the rumors on it's the best school in Canada in terms of technology, computer science. So I studied for 2 semesters and then transferred to Waterloo. And when I went to Waterloo and without any knowledge, so I heard people talking about co-op. I was wondering what it is about. So, and then I'm capturing, this is very important for Waterloo students. There's a big difference. So I spent a week going to Career Center every day to beg them to get me into co-op. And I was successful in getting there. So I started my co-op. My major was actuarial science and computer science. So I started with actuarial science because computer science is more costly. Computer science costs like $3,500. Actuarial science cost me only like $2,100 back then. So I studied actuarial science, but competing with a lot of computer science students in co-op. Got my first co-op at BlackBerry. Back then it was a QNX. It was acquired by BlackBerry. And it took me 22 interviews to get there. So what does it mean? Like, no, I failed 22 times and the 23rd interview and I got in. And I know I got in with luck because I was very technical, but I couldn't understand English like much back then. So first journey was like, I just get to know what a workplace is like. And I think that was luck. Second time, I want to get into a big organization and all the Chinese families, so they want us to get into banks. So I got into RBC. And so then I got into RBC as a BA, technical system analyst. I wasn't picky. I didn't know what the difference about, the different job titles or functions. Then I moved into Sun Life as an application developer because I was studying actuarial science and computer science. So I worked for an insurance company to do the IT work. I think that's a perfect combination. However, I think I realized I was wrong. So in I should focus on the industry, but work on what they're best at. So in bank, my goal is to work as a sales and trading, like in IT, in technology company, I work as a software developer. So you do the best thing in what the company is good at, is best at. So I moved to United States. All Waterloo co-ops are like you have to be in States to be a real Waterloo co-op, and then worked in data mining. Back then, I had a lot of great offers, but data mining was like there are only 2 jobs related to data mining. Back then, it wasn't called data science; it was called data mining in 2009. So I worked in data mining in United States. Then my last intern would I missed the one, but I was actuarial science in actuarial analyst at RBC Insurance. Then I moved to United States. Then my last co-op was optional, so I asked myself to chase after money, right? Money is very important. So sales is a place where you can make the most of the money. Second is software engineering. That's the high base. And then also quant. So stock trading. So I joined TD Securities to be a quant. So I was very strategic later on because I wasn't be able to be picky about jobs. Then later on, I had the opportunity to choose. Throughout the journey, I loved a lot of jobs. I didn't like some of them, like the BA role, I didn't like that much. So I after graduation, I moved into management consulting. So I started with technical consulting, business consulting, and touched management consulting. That was my career path. And so I think it's very important to realize what you're good at. It's very hard to find what you're truly passionate about. So I think I enjoy working compared to most people. I enjoy working more. And the reason I enjoy working is I treat it as an RPG game. There are different bosses, there are different enemies, there are NPCs, right? So and I kind of level myself up, and then it's kind of a career ladder thing. I got promoted to team lead when I started full time for 8 months. So I got promoted to team lead, and the reason is I developed the code for a team of 4, and all of them are over age of 40, but they just want to keep their job. So when you're in a place that is not so driven, and you're the most driven person, and so you can maximize your impact. But when you realize you're the best person in the team, in a group, that's the time to leave. So I always ask people to leave when you are at the best. It's kind of it's contradictory to when people give you enough recognition and you leave them. But no, the truth story would be that's the quickest way to explore your potential. Yeah, and I think so in the current economy, if you're graduating or you're going to school, there are 4 criteria summarized. It will be PACE. So PACE stands for personality, academic, career, and entrepreneurship. So if you succeed in 2 of them, you should be okay. If you succeed in 3, you have no problem finding a job or bringing value. And I think with the AI era, it is so easy. All the information, like we call it leadership form, right? So all the leaders are worried because the decision making, it's very transparent. He's making a right decision or wrong decision. So So it's like half of the people agree, half of the people disagree. So you really need to build the trust and make people united to go with you, to support your decision. But very importantly, like if you can utilize your knowledge with AI to make a story, make sure you have a clear vision, clear strategy, and convince people to go after you. So I think relationship building is the most important. AI is smart, but is AI responsible? A person is not responsible. We blame on people. We blame on like the worst people blame on people. Like the mid tier they blame on process. Then the top tier they blame on technology. But no, in the end, when AI moves fast, things gets resolved fast. Then we need to think about what is our purpose. So we want to help people to with this type of service, but what are we responsible? Because the box can be huge. AI is like there's no limit, but we know the bottom line. What is ethical? What is really good for people? That's pretty much I want to share today. And then we will work together with AI to build a better leadership, better world together. Thanks.
Thank you. Original, I'm sorry, maybe speaker as organizer speaker 2 sentences first, but he already finished his speak. But I think later we can have a coffee chat. We will have he's a very unique, very amazing young in Chinese community, not only career-wise, but also entrepreneurship, leadership, and volunteers community work he involved. So the methods I saw from him is very effective, especially help our young youth to get into the career, especially when you're coming out of university with no experience, and he's the person you want to talk first. Okay, thank you. A really amazing speech, and you will have more chance to talk to him because he's very often is our speaker, important speaker. Okay, then also because Bill will be leaving at 2 o'clock, so I will put him early. Okay, he have another event to attend. He's a very busy man. But let me know. Bill is the chairman of CCAA's charity foundation. He originally was the chairman of CCAA, which is Chinese Alumni Association, which I was part of for the first and second term as VP there. So we working closely with him. He's an amazing personality in the community work. A very dedicated volunteer for many years, work very hard in the past, I would say 2019, we started working together and as a team and have gone through last 5 years. I never seen him quit on one of the things because of the hardship, because of the stress, he always forward and always helping the young generation, whatever it needed to get. That's why we're very lucky to have Bill come in to give us sharing his story. Okay, welcome.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. It's my honor to be here and to share some of my stories. I think first, probably I just quickly go through my career path. So I immigrated to Canada about one slide. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I immigrated to Canada about 2000, so about 25 years ago. So my first job was with CIBC. Then I moved to HP. So in HP, I was thinking about to become a doctor. So I was graduate as computer science. I was start to study all the medical science. Then finally, I got they got the letter to accept. Then I did the cost analysis. I found, oh, it's too old. Around 40 years old to get to medical school probably is not the best option. So I continue my computer science career path, but combined with some medical knowledge. Then I went get my MBA in healthcare, and also I got the training in the digital health from the Harvard Medical School, and I moved to the medical area. So now I'm kind of with the Ministry of Health, more focused on the health data. So now I kind of, based on the last 25 years of career path, I want to share some knowledge with all the young generation. Hopefully, in the different stage of your life, you can the right decision. So you can, what happens is we learn from the past experience, and then we share with the young generation. Hopefully the young generation can get from what we learned, and hopefully you can plan your career. So for the current job with the government, as you may expect it, we did a lot of cross-ministry work, and also in the government, a lot of politics. So you have to, even one project work with different ministries, very challenging. So in that area, it's really practicing your leadership skills, because how do you communicate from the different ministry and try to get things done? So from there, I learned, today's topic is about leadership. I think leadership is about build the bridge, okay? Leadership is about build the bridge. How can you make the team from different people, different team, different people, different organization are able to talk to each other, collaborate with each other. So this is a testament of your leadership. How can you enforce, kind of apply your leadership skills to get things done? That's very important. So today's talk about leadership. So the first leadership is about build the bridge. And also for ourselves, when we encounter challenges, let's say during the work, we have a lot of challenges. In each challenges, how calm we are, and also our credibility. Okay, people looking at how calm the leaders are, and also the credibility from the leadership, and also how persistent you put forward your vision. So these three characters are very important for the leader to success. How calm you are facing the challenges, and your leader's credibility, and also the persistence you push for the vision. These are the important characters for the leader to lead the team to success. Otherwise, your team member may got suffered, and also your partner may hesitate to collaborate with you if you keep changing your mind. So this is very important from what I learned in my career. Then today we also talking about the community. Outside of the job, I also helped for the community. Actually, I start from 2009. I will start to help the community from the university alumni, from church, from the society, kind of different city level. So I was helping them. What I learned from this kind of experience is leadership is also about influence. So just now we're talking about the leadership is about build a bridge. Okay. Now we need the leadership is also about influence, because when you do the volunteer work, you do not have authority. Okay. Everyone is a volunteer. So how can you get things done? It's through the influence. You apply the influence and get people collaborate with you, and you get things done. So there are three leadership qualities I think it's very important to share with everyone. When you lead the volunteer team, first is their vision. How do you see beyond the next step? Okay, if you see that there's a task to be done, beyond the task, what's your vision? As a leader, you need to have a further vision about how the organization is going to do and what's the next, and also try to inspire the people. The vision is very important. And also the second is the inclusion. You need to listen to the different voice, different opinion. When you lead a team, in my opinion, you should open up your heart to listen to the different opinion. I never shut down the voice from my team. Even they have different opinion, or maybe say, hey, Bill, I don't agree with you. I welcome different opinion, even is negative or maybe decline, because that will remind me to make the right decision. Because sometimes if everyone always agree with you, then you need to think about something is wrong, right? Because you cannot, let's say 100% is right. So listen to the different voice. And also the third one is the execution, because what you say is one thing, but how you do it is also another thing. So as a leader, we need to have a good vision and also have an inclusion voice, and also the execution is very important. How will you get things done? For the young people who wants to practice leadership, I want have some advice is learn by doing. Okay, when you want to improve your leadership, first things you learn by doing things. Okay, no matter how small it is, try to help people. Leadership start with helping people to success, especially for the young kids, the generation. If we want to train your leadership first step is learn how to help people to other people to success. This is the first step you improve your leadership skills. And also broaden your horizon, okay, your vision or your knowledge. So as today here, we have different people from different industry, different discipline. This is also an opportunity to learn from each other. So as a young professionals, I would encourage you to learn from different disciplines. Let's say if you study computer science, I kind of encourage you spend time to learn from, let's say, social science, learn from the political science, learn some philosophy, okay? Learn, let's say, engineering, okay? How this mechanical engineering work, biomedical. Every discipline you need to get to know and understand some of them, because that will help you to talk to different people in a different industry, to broaden your skill set and broaden your view about the society, okay? How the society works. If you talk to different people from different industry, then you will get a full picture how the society works, right? Even we kind of grow in our, let's say, grow in age, 20 years something, 40 and 50, as you grow, you will find if you know more area, more discipline, then it will help you grow in your career. Let's say by 50, yeah, kind of 50 or something, you need to really think about how the society works. You probably may spend more time to think about the sociology side or philosophy side instead of focus on the technical side. And also reflection. Reflection is also important for the young generation. So every time you encounter challenges, that's a good opportunity. You need to reflect. You always think about what you learn from these challenges. If you learn from the challenges, you are able to grow. Okay, don't waste any challenges. Okay, that's my suggestion. And also advice for the young professional when you start. I know some of you are studying the computer science or other technical area. So technology is one thing. You learn the not about you learn the tool, learn the technology, but you always need to think about from the people perspective, from the policy perspective, from the ethic perspective, from different areas. That will help you to build up your skills. So for some young generation, some people may think, oh, I'm just focused on my technical side. But when you have some spare time, when you have faced some challenges, always think about how this is going to impact the people, how it's going to impact the policy. When we say policy, it's more from the government side, because sometimes, oh, I'm not involved with the government, but you need to think about from the policy side. That will make you to see the issue in the big scope, instead of you only focus on the technical side. And also continue to learn, okay? It's not about how many degrees you earned that's from university. Now, as AI is growing kind of pretty fast, it's very important how fast you learn. How fast you learn is more important than how many degrees you have. So this is also kind of advice for the young generation. How fast you learn is important than how many degrees you got. And also you learn a tool, but also think about from the, not just from the technical side, think about from the human side, because AI could replace the technical side, but AI cannot replace, let's say, the human emotion side. The very basic human emotion side, or you touch someone, then this cannot be replaced by AI. So this is the area you need to think about. As the AI growing, we need to focus on the human side of the area. And also continue to collaborate with people. That will make you success. So this is my kind of suggestion for today. Yeah, thank you very much for the listening.
Hey, thank you. You can hear Bill give us a big overview, okay, and the key characteristic of the leadership and how we apply to our daily professional life. And one of the highlights on the first point I really agree is, cannot agree more, is the leadership. You need to make sure help other people success, okay? And when you help other success, it's you learn from it, because you will express your method, your ideas in the effective way people can receive. And then when they success, it means that they already mastered. And that's the big contribution from you. And also I think all as one community leaders, I will fully say that all of us thinking helping other success is one of the happiest things we have done. Okay, so this is why I think I feel the top 5 points, including reflections, teamwork, and this is collaborations. It's important for our as a leader listen fully, right? And then finally you can make a decision, of course, as a leaders, even the tough decision you need to make. Okay, so I think you ought to give us a very good overview, very well prepared, even come up with 2-page notes. That's homework done significantly. Really appreciate it. That's why you see how the leadership coming on board. Okay, really appreciate it. I know he need to leave early, but the next one I would like to invite out our amazing speakers. Gary is UT graduate from UT, okay, and now it's actually in the government agency. I listened several times he's speaks. He's very frankly and very to the point, also very encouraging, and we'll talk things out in the effective way. Some people will make it give people a little bit of overview, but he will directly to them. Okay, now you have this thing you need to improve at. That's like a mentors we're looking for, and really I would say he working closely with Loy. I think they did a fantastic job, as I once see one of the case. Okay, let Gary step. Thank you. Okay, your speech.
See me? Okay, good. So anybody don't understand Chinese?
Yes.
So when my son was grade 6, so I talked to their teachers. What language should we talk at home? You know what the teacher say? Your mother language. So I'm just thinking, in Canada, so many Chinese, the second generation can talk Chinese fluently. I think this is the parents' fault. So in my home, we talk Chinese. We talk Shanghainese. When my son go back to China, nobody knows he was born in Canada, because he speaks Shanghainese very fluently. So I want to talk Chinese. If you don't understand, go to learn Chinese in the future. Okay, so 我呢是在中国是 PhD 化学工程专业毕业，好，到了加拿大以后，我的第一份工作是洗碗，兼职扫厕所。
Dishwasher, if you don't know what's
Yeah, you don't know
in
dishwasher
a restaurant.
at the restaurant. So that's my first job, but I worked 4 weeks, then I quit because 我的手就像丫鬟的那个小姐使命一样的哈，我的手腐烂很厉害，因为那是 chemical is hot, is steam 哈，所以我就 quit job。后来就去打工，打工呢就是说一边打工一边生气，就非常的 struggle。因为我在国内是大学老师 ，PhD 毕业，到了加拿大以后找不到工作，所以呢我就开始生闷气，就跟太太整天吵架啊，就发生。最后把自己吵了自己一身的病哈，我现在倒是有这个甲状腺，22年哈，我大概吃了有几万颗这个药，因为我已经吃了20年，每天1颗，就一直吃，以前还更多，所以我就讲哈，现在我们在这种情况下应该怎么去做？后来呢，就是找不到工作，然后我就去多伦多大学去读了精算专业。 这一晃20年过去了，就在各大保险公司，我在 TD、Swiss Re、Economic Manulife， 后来就到了政府做精算，20年下来啊，这个经历的发展当中，给了我很多的启示。我就在想啊，现在这个状况，工作已经非常不好找了。It's very tough to find a job, typically for just new graduate students. What they can do， 就是我们怎么能够帮助到这些孩子 ？You understand Chinese? Not good. It's okay, huh? So I just think 3 things you can do. First, to do. To do something when you can't find the professional career or find a good job, do something, volunteer, even to the community center to help people. Also, when you do something, you know how this organization, how they run business, how the people they communicate, how they can just find a problem, how to solve it. So when you finish this volunteer job, even small job, when you go to interview, you have story to tell them. That's right. So they can ask you how how deal with the conflict, how you can find a solution for the difficult tough problem. What's your challenges? So those one you can use your story, tell the interview guys. If you just read the book, read the people tell you how to do, you will fail. Like me, when I graduated from University of Toronto, I used to say, ask me, why do you want to work actuarial science? I say, I have good math. I have very passion. I think I can do very well. You know what they say? Excellent. But we don't want to hire you. Because they already lesson is so much story, same story for everybody. So I failed many times. What I do, I just tell them, I have no idea what is actuarial science. Because when I come to Canada, nobody knows insurance. Who knows the actuary is a good, excellent job, but I understand what is the best of the math. So I just tell them story. Then the interview guys likes very like simplified to me. I said 他们非常同情我的经历，就是我把我洗碗的经历、扫厕所的经历，这个打工最后找不到工作，跟人家去聊天，发现了这个 job， 然后去做哈，然后我相信他，我这个 background 是可以做好这个工作的，人家就把 job 给了我。好，所以说要去做，因为你这个工作可能对你影响不大，但是对你在面试当中有 story 可以去 talk， 这是第一个哈。第二个呢，我觉得大家要去学，要 study， 要 to learn something。Why 你要去学哈？我们 Chinese community, Chinese students, what they want to learn? IT, software, Excel, SQL, SAS, everything, Python， 都学这种 technical skills. This is not wrong way, but it's not better way. You learn something, learn how to communication, how to work with people. 就是说，我们很多的时候是多强调我们的技术不行，我们去学各种的软件，各种的 software 哈，这个不会加一个价格。所以说，你学完了所有的这些东西哈，到公司2礼拜你就会了，因为你要用，所以你学习的很快。你如果不用，你学1年也没什么用。所以这讲哈，但是你如果学会跟人家怎么去交流，好，我就跟一些好多同学讲哈，现在你们有工作没事，到咖啡厅，到 Tim Horton， 到 Starbucks 哈，去跟人家去聊聊天，就是你学这一些的 skill， 等你将来去工作的时候，你马上就 ready 了，你就很容易上手。这是第二个哈，要去学。好，第三个呢，我就觉得哈，你要会用。这是我们华人好多孩子不会用，用什么哈？你想想看，我们有多少的这个 mentor？ 你看，比如哈，这个叫是牛会长，我们都是在各个行业里面都已经待了20多年，不是说多大的专家，但是有很多丰富的经验。但是你们不去用我们，也不愿意去 talk 跟我们哈。 那时候你说，哎呀，我没有这个资源呐，其实不对，你们都有资源，因为你们每一个 parents 都有认识的周围的人，你将来想去从事什么样的职业，你一定会有这个方面的 parents 的父母，你的长辈，约一个时间去跟他们聊一下，这个行业需要什么 skill 啊，这个行业的未来发展呐，在哪个地方可以做到做什么，这些东西你们都要去利用。因为这是一个很好的 networking，你不要等到 last minutes 来告诉我 Gary 啊，给我推荐一个工作。说实在的哈，很难，因为我们去 refer 一个人到公司，我们不了解这个孩子，我们也不敢去 refer 一个非常出色的孩子哈，你过2年走了，过个2月3个月你跳槽了，我们老板一看完了。这 Gary 这是你 refer 的吧？是不是？你说我们还难堪啊，对不对？还 refer 一个不好的以后，你那个老板见到你每天都是挂着你，你说我还难受啊，对不对？所以我们讲哈，你们去 networking， 去把我们知道哦，这个孩子很优秀，我们去敢推荐你，不要等到 last minutes 再去做 networking。所以说我讲哈，你要去做，你要去学什么哈？不要只去学技术，学其他有用的东西。好，你要去用什么？用我们像这一些工作了很多年的人，用我们的 networking， 让我们去 know you， 我们去可以 refer you， 啊，好，谢谢大家，我就分享这些。
谢谢。Thank you, Gary, for very amazing sharing. It's a life story, especially as a new immigrant coming to Canada. How he started with from dishwasher in the restaurant. I did one too. I did on the weekends, one Saturday, one day, and the same thing here. All my hands are already wrinkled, and then Sunday I need to sleep for the whole day, lay down on bed. So tired. Never done this one because before I same working at the university as a teacher, so as a management, and that's not a good job for us, but it's a taste of life. If you can handle this kind of a tough life, nothing can stop you. Okay, that's why I really cannot agree more with Gary. It's learn, use, try your best. Okay, doesn't matter what it is. Learn what you can approach, and learn as he said, learn effectively. Faster speed, as Bill said. It's not learn something you for entertainment. Entertainment is entertainment, relaxing, relax. But when you come into the technical, better learn effectively. Communication, he mentioned it. I think the next few speakers will talk about it. Super critical. If I said, if you as a leader want to be success, maybe 30% is your technical, 70% is your leadership. And this is, I cannot empathize enough on this aspect. When you go higher at a VP level, you will not do technical job. You are talking, you are communication, you make sure the whole team drive it to the direction you want. You set up vision, you drive them, you achieve result, you report out, you communicate, and you coordinate and you fix the problem or fix the team's conflict. That's the most job you will do. Your calendar probably will show everything is a meeting, not on the floor doing things. I would say it will be hear more wonderful story coming up. Okay, next one, I would like to invite out our one of the important community volunteer and leaders as well as Nelson Liu. He's not only as our VP of the CCEA, okay, and many years community service, and also RBC Senior Security Specialist. He's also the president of Federation Security Professional and have done a lot of professional events as well as community events. So you have a well-rounded leadership here. Okay, welcome.
Thank you. Yeah. 谢谢. Thank you everyone for coming. 就像刚才 Gary 刚才讲的，我们今天我可以用中文和英文混合起来，这样可能兼顾到每一个人。那个就是我没有像我先说吧，我自己。So my own experience, my career. So I came here 26 years ago. It's pretty early. I mean, some of the kids some of the people has not even been born yet. So, the life wasn't easy at the time. We started with nothing. We looked for jobs, and the only one thing that I came here with is my profession. So I studied computer science in China, and then also, I work in China for as a computer professional, and I have some experience in China. I came here, but that does not mean or didn't give you the guarantee that you can get a job here. Even that, because the language barrier and also the knowledge that you had in China might not be matching the job market here. So basically, we have to start I started from scratch also. The first 5 months, it took me 5 months to get my first job. So the first 5 months, I basically every day close the door and study in the room myself and read this pile of books in English, not in Chinese, because before all the languages have to convert the terms, the computer science terms, whatever technology terms to English. So yeah, so that's the past experience. That what that means is that you really want to have put all the efforts if you're looking for jobs. So right now today, if you just graduated from university, or if you are a person, I mean, there are two types of people in the career market right now. So one is new graduates looking for jobs, and another type is people had jobs and lost job and looking for new jobs. So two types, right? But they're all similar, but with the young graduates, I think that because you do not have the experience in the career, that means you don't know what's the job, the workplace is like, and what you really wanted to do is first you want to get in touch with those people from whatever channel. For example, LinkedIn, if you can add somebody and pin somebody, hey, I graduated from University of Waterloo or Toronto, and then I'm majoring in this major. I'm looking for a job. Can I have a coffee chat with you? Just to get some experience. I think I had this issue, not issue. I had this kind of message ping me quite often. And I mostly, if I have time, I will go with go to the chat with the student, even though I don't know him. Actually, there are two of them became later on becomes my volunteer at my one of my community, the Federation of Security Professional, association. So he becomes the volunteer there. So the thing that I get to know him, he graduated from university, and then he said, I want to do something in this area. Do can you give me some experience? Give me some advice and and tips. I said, okay, no problem. Let's sit down and talk. So basically, yeah, we talk about everything. Talk about what's the job market is like. What about the workplace? Like when you get into a work, the most important part is communication. Just like many people talk, like Gary mentioned, communication skills is more than, I think it's much more than the skills that you have, technology skills. The reason I'm saying that is just speaking of Chinese people, most of the Chinese students, they are very good at academically, right? They're very good. They have good scores, everything, good marks in the university. But some of the students are not, very good at communications. They're not good at public speaking. So then this is the part that you want to basically, pay attention and to practice to get better, so that you can, give you a chance. You talk to somebody in the industry. How do you effectively, communicate and express you're willing to do something to get a job? Because people, when they sit down with you, they will look at not only your technical background or academic background, but also they want to see how can you communicate. If you go into the workplace, how would you communicate with your peers, your colleagues, and the management? So those are very important aspects that you need to practice and to improve. So that is basically the things that you wanted to get started. And for the young, the young talents, the young graduates, I wanted to give you some advice. Is like, firstly, is like you have to be a life learner. So learn everything every day, anything new that you feel like is useful for you, right? So that this can give you, this can bring you to the next level, or if you wanted to, first get into and then to the next level. So this is the thing that I wanted to bring here, and I think that there are other. I think we have a coffee chat.
Okay.
So we have afterwards we have a coffee chat. We will talk about it more and have a personal communication, personal chat for that. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, very good, huh? Thank you. Nelson's sharing is very touched. He have a few of examples that definitely will benefit our young people. And he's a volunteer in the community, really also very amazing. Every time you approach him, he always ready to help. So this is what the leadership talks. Okay. Okay, next one, I would like to invite one of our amazing leaders here, community leader, Maggie. He is executive director of the Center of New England Wellbeing, and also VP of the CCEA, and also she's the host of the Xindao A1 radio station, and also UT's lectures. Okay, also director of Canada Universal Media Association, and executive board member for Toronto and Regional Conservation Authority. Okay, so her amazing is photography. She's the president. Last year we went to the Antarctica. She is one of the speaker talk about how to make the best photo out of the trip. Unfortunately, it's near the end. We said that we need to go back to make one more trip, but using the skill she provided. So she have not only do a lot of amazing professional, you can say, her dedication of volunteer and leadership in driving the things to get done is second to none. Okay, so I would like it. Welcome, Han Xiao. Thank you, Justin.
Okay, so after all of this, I think that you can see that I'm a typical Gemini, that I do a lot of things. Okay, so for prepare today's kind of a short presentation that I think a lot, but I know that we have a lot of amazing speakers, and they are senior volunteers in our community, have done a lot of great jobs, bigger than me. So I'm so humbled to talk any kind of the leadership or volunteer experience. But what I think that the one thing that they might ignore to mention is the mental health. Since I'm coming here on behalf of the CNW Center for New Immigrant Wellbeing, our organization is aiming to promote the health, wellness, resilience, education in the new immigrant and multicultural communities. So I think the first thing I want to give all our young professions, our students, and also including us, is that's the mental health, especially for youth. I know that when you start your career, at the end of the graduation and make the huge transition from campus to adult, harsh professional life landscape, that a lot of anxiety, a lot of unknown, a lot of really a lot of the challenges ahead of you. But please be mindful of that. So it is fully okay to pause, to rest, to acknowledge your anxiety, and the most important thing is to ask help. So like today, like all the people have volunteered their time in the weekend to come here to offer our what kind of the advice. But I think the most important part that what we can offer is emotion support for you, because we probably not be the very perfect mentor for you to guide or lead in a ideal dream job for yourself, because who knows, only you knows Okay, but for all the experiences or the bad experience, good experience that we have is that we can offer you is trust yourself. We are the same. And if we can do it, you can do it too. So really, really be mindful about your mental health, especially right now. And other things will follow. So if you are trust yourself and if you can have that kind of the resilience, because you probably like even like amazing Lolly, he get multiple refusal, right? So he cannot land in the perfect job that he want at the very, very beginning. So the most important thing that, or the first advice that I can give you today is that be strong and know that we are here to help you. So make good use of us. So that is the first thing that I would like to sharing. And the second that I just came back from Africa this summer. I challenged myself at the age of 41 to the Kilimanjaro. So it is the highest mountain in Africa, not the highest mountain in the world. But still, I'm not a really outdoor enthusiastic. I didn't have a very, very strong physical exercise before I go. But it is a challenge. And I am so glad that I have conquered that challenge. But along that journey, what I have learned is that like our life, you have an aim, like you want to land a perfect job. You already have your object. It is maybe there. It is maybe the highest mountain in Ontario, in Canada, or in any other kind of the continent, or even in the world. So if you are ambitious, you want to conquer it, but there is so many ways you can achieve that. But the best thing is that you have to find the best route for yourself and the most confident pace by yourself. For Kilimanjaro, normally the commercial route, we have 7. And I know the strongest person, they can done it by one day. Believe it or not, it's almost 6,000 meters high. And some people, they can do it within one day. And some people have to take their time for probably a couple of days, almost up to 12 days. And for us, we did it for 7 days, 5 days up, 2 days down. It is kind of the average, but still not too easiest one, but not too cheapest one. So we hire a guide, but the most thing that I heard from my guide is puli. So that is a language from Kenya. I know some of you have probably watched the King Lines, the Hakuna Matata. So that is happy one. This is just to cheer you up. The same language used in Kenya, local Kenya people, is puli. So what that means? That means slow down. Slow down. I know I suppose come here just to encourage you to be bold, to take actions, to do whatever. But my job here today, first, mental health, and the second, to find the pace to suit for you. And, we know that we have a goal and we have to go there within 5 days. But to my surprising, most of the time, we're not going high, up and up. We're going up and down, and up and down. So it helps us to get us better prepared for the elevations, because it is still, over 4,000 meters that you will feel that high altitude stressful for normal people. So for that, you have to get yourself, because right now, you're probably looking for your first job, and 5 years later, you're aiming for an MP, MD, and in the 5 years later, you might even want to get to become one CEO, one VP, or even higher status in your career. That is what we think a leadership should be. But you have to really get yourself prepared for that. That means that your life journey doesn't mean that you have to go, up and up. So sometimes take a little bit detour. Sometimes get a little bit down to growing if you struck any kind of the difficulties or challenges and you don't know where to go, but don't lose your hope. What I have learned from Kilimanjaro journey, it means that some power is growing inside of you. As long as you have the resilience, as long as you don't lose hope, as long as you have a group, you have a mentor, you have a guide, you will be there. But just take your own pace and trust yourself. And I really wish that every dreams inside of you, and it has to be your dream, not the other people's dream. So follow up your own dream and make it come true. And I think our leaders, no matter what kind of the accident, the definitions will come out. So that is my advice for all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Maggie. Very touching the live story. And before she heading for the challenge, I know that because she sent a link for some kind of a support charity community, I think 6 charity donations, and that's why I know. And I did go to the website to look at the challenge. It's amazing. Okay, second highest in the world. That's not a goal we normal people can achieve, but she did it. So amazing life objective achieved goal by her, and that definitely encourage all of us, not only fighting for every day. Sometimes, as I agree with her, sometimes we maybe need to take a zigzag, no problem, detour. Okay, resilient is one of the terms using a lot. Especially in the automotive industry, it's very demanding. Okay, 1/3, as I mentioned before, 1/3 of my time is travel to the plant, manufacturing plant. If you shut down the machine, you not fix the problem, it cannot leave. Okay, and you need to take all your energy, all your method, all your team's effort, knowledge to get things done quickly, and then the country can resume technology wise. But everyone, you have a life challenge every day. You are your leader of your daily life. So leadership is not just the job leadership, but also your personal life leadership, as well as the others objectives you want to set up. So every cost of actions require leadership, require teamwork. And today we may focus on the professional a little bit more, but don't forget that everywhere you can demo your leadership, including your homework teams. All right, lead a team together to accomplish in a fast, efficient way and achieve the results you're looking for. That also count. Okay, next one, I would like to invite Lian Guang. He is the president of the IT 资深人协会会长哈 ，Managing Director of ILEC Technology Inc. And also he have done amazing job. You can see the introduction here. Lots of company he have went through, and he helped is a strategic technology developer implementer for lots of companies and through IT. You know, in the IT in the last 20-30 years, significant growth of technology advancement, especially right now, the last few years, AI come into play. I just come back from the Detroit Automotive Summit last week, Monday to Wednesday. And half of the companies half of the show boost is AI related. And all the OEMs VP, because everyone need to pay $1,500 to attend it. Even it's not free, so it's very high profile. Most OEM VPs as well as the technology companies, president, owners attend, and then we will come in, attend a meeting. We automatically assign 5 top companies which in your area you are interested, and start pitching. So very well organized, and from that perspective, one of the things that I was hitting hard is talking about resilience, leadership, technology, AI, how application, how to boost our productivity. Of course, in the CEO level, they are talking about, they are thinking about how they can use using AI. AI eventually reduce the cost of labor. Okay, but the productivity definitely is the number one. So that's why we are very lucky today. We have Guan Lian coming over. he just landed yesterday, right? I only know he's in Vancouver. That's why I did not invite him. But he's gonna come back yesterday and then today join on board immediately. Okay, okay. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Junjun. So, is the sound loud enough?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Junjun. So it's amazing, you organize this event. Firstly, I'd like to thank Junjun. He is a very busy man. He organized a lot of activities for a year and for the community. And he mentioned to me that this meeting or this talk is for the young kids just going to graduate or is about to get into the job market. There's a lot of anxieties about what is going on. I think you guys are very lucky. I see so many people here is trying to help you. So I see just maybe 5, 6 but the rest is coming for help. So we're like, hopefully you don't get overhelp. But
online have 9 people there too.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, online people as well. So what I'd like to do today is the previous speakers all talk about a lot of leadership, build your how to build your careers. So I'd like to focus a little bit more on just how do you push your resume to in front of the higher managers, and how do you do your first interview, and how hopefully get your first job, get a first job, land on the first job. So a little bit of myself, Liang Guan. I have been starting my career in 1991, so 35 years almost. So you see, I have been working in many of those organizations. I'm the person, I never satisfy what I have been doing there. So I was looking for challenges. So far I have worked for 3 banks. I work for RPC, TD, and the Bank of Montreal. I think I spend most time in the bank area. So the BMO I spent about 7 years. TD 2 years, and then the RBC 1 year. And I work for government agencies, organization. I work at the Toronto Hydro. I work at City of Toronto for a few years. I work on myself founded a couple of startups, and I was the principal of startups. And also the most of the time spent is on consulting. I work for Deloitte Touche, Oracle Financial Services, and have worked a number of projects in US, in China, and I had for the one of the outsourcing companies, Sinocon, North America's CEO, work on the sales and strategies, etc. My last job is the director of data warehouse, EA and EI and the BI at Raxo. So I'm currently working on a few startup companies as an advisor and an investor. So that's what I have been doing. So the job that you are looking for, one thing I can tell you is it's no longer like the 5 years ago. Like a lot of companies are hiring the $250,000 total compensations or $500,000 total compensation jobs are long gone. I don't know if they're going to come back or not. As a fresh new grads, those jobs is no longer there, but there's still a lot of jobs. One thing I can fairly certain is there are about 65 jobs in Canada. It's probably the medium and the small companies. So while you put your eyes on the big organization like banks, IT companies, telecom companies, those are larger, higher the organizations. But don't forget, there are many small and medium organizations. They're still looking for people. As a matter of fact, they have more urgency to looking for the people. Here's why. We have the technology has been changing over the last 30 years. But the technology always lead the advancement of efficiencies, process improvement, but many of the organizations still falling behind, particularly the medium and the small organizations. Those organizations have challenges of their fundings, their capital, and their resource, because small organization, usually like 100 below 100 people, they don't have their own IT shop, but they need IT to improve their efficiencies, productivities, and the competitive advantages. So those are the ones that in the urgent need for the IT or new jobs. And the medium-sized company is in the greater urgencies to advance their systems in using AI, using the new technologies. The digital transformation in the last about 5 years has been on top of the agenda for all the organizations because of the competitiveness they are having right now with all the new startups that eat their lunch. For instance, you see the delivering companies like the Uber is driving the whole Uber is driving the whole taxi business out. It's a renovate. Innovation has been driving the whole business out, and then we'll see the delivering services coming. Give the restaurant business a lot of challenges. How can they improve their efficiencies? How can put their business in front of all the young generations who is just using a cell phone to conduct all their business or to live their lives on the cell phone. Those are all the new needs that the industry and the business community has been, struggling around. So how can they improve that? So those are the opportunity that I think you should never forget. There are many of those opportunities there as well. And in order to get those opportunities, the number of things you probably need to do. One is to put yourself on the LinkedIn. That's for the general background. But if you are working on IT, have some you need to put your work, put in a GitHub. If you are the artist, put your drawings, on the Instagram, on anything that you can show your work. That is one area. Another is like attend the community event like this, so that you can explore all opportunities out there, and then build the trust. You put your face in front of the potential hires, and then talk to them. Don't be so shy. Talk to them, ask questions, understand what they're doing. Even you're not say if you're artist, for instance, don't be shy to say, is there a job for me in an IT company, or is there a job for me at a government agency? I can share the one example. I had in one company in Waterloo I was working before. We hired someone archaeology background, fresh out of archaeology. You know what archaeology is? It has nothing to do with the TD with the IT company that I work with. And this person was hired as a tester. And this person is definitely don't know anything about IT, and I'll give him 1 week of a crash course, and then he's on the job, and then he has been doing very diligently the work. Archaeological people write down everything they find. Like when they dig the ground, every layer take picture, write notes, do measures. So that is a process they have been training, and then this person been put on the test. There's one day, like we had some sustained issue of system crash. The crash, it's a very, very weird. It's all of a sudden it crashes, and then if you try to reproduce, nobody can reproduce it. So we give this task to him. and say, can you find out what was wrong? And after a couple of weeks, still cannot find. The system runs fine, but just all of a sudden it just crashed. Nobody knows what happens. And then if anyone has a IT background, you know what a core dump is. Core dump is when the system gave up and then they dump everything, the footprint of the memory to your hard disk to find out what was going on. Nobody is able to figure out why that something happens. And then there was a team meeting and asked, what is your findings about this? He said, I can't find anything particular, but according to my journal, and it happens always, most likely happens on Wednesday when I'm facing south. So everyone's laughing at it. But then after that, we realized, hey, there may be a pattern here. Why that it was a Wednesday? And then we try to reproduce it. So what happens is a small, what they call the memory leak. The memory leak is, the old programming models. You need to allocate the memory for doing some work, and then you release that after you're done. If you don't release it, it hang on in there for a long time and gradually grow too big of the memory footprint, and then it crashes the system. So what happens is the memory leak is very, very small. Why it happens on the Wednesdays? Usually when we go home on Friday, we shut down the system. We reboot the system on Monday, and usually by Wednesday, the memory is no longer holds. So that was the reason. But what that tell you is whatever you learned, whatever the process you have mastered is going to be a contribution to whatever work you're going to do. So don't think about, what I learned is no longer applicable to this area. Say, if I learned IT or if I'm I'm artist, I may not use my skill for the work at an insurance company, for instance. May not be the case. So the company always looking for the people who can be part of the team, who can contribute, and who have always a good working attitude. So that is something that a company is looking for. The small and the medium company don't necessarily put their job advertising on the paper or anywhere because it's costs them money for doing that. But they're in constant hiring process because they're always looking for the people. Whenever there's a fit, they can bring in because their budget is kind of flexible. It's one owner, two owners, right? They're looking for things that they need to do. Maybe not on top of the agenda, but it's always in their mind. So that's where the opportunities are. Go out, talk to people. Another example is I have a relative. She was her job was doing the when she was a student. She was helping the store, like the cashier and order things there. And there was one time like someone just approached her, say, "Hey, I have a job similar, like I need a store manager. Do you want to be this?" And she was very puzzled. Why I'm getting this job? I'm just a cashier in this. And then said, okay, come for a coffee and then we can talk. And then she went there coffee. She said, why I'm picking it? Because what I saw, every other cashier here is they do cashier if it's busy. If not busy, they just sit there around or looking for things, right? But yours different. If you are not busy, you look at you count the inventory. You're doing something that beyond your job description. And I think this is, I like to treat this to hire someone that treat other people's job like yourselves. And that's the only reason. So think about there are many opportunities as a volunteer, or those are the opportunity you can explore those job responsibilities and see if that fits you well, or you like to do it, or you just treat everything as a serious job, and then you probably get a land job in that way as well. So these are something I can share. Probably many stories we can share at a coffee break, but you know, this is just some. Thank you.
Thank you. Amazing, huh? 亮官的 story sharing is really touching, and I think could happen on your daily, on your friend circle. That one thing he really highlighted, and I cannot agree more, is you need to be, your attitude, working attitude important. Even you do real job right now, you don't want to constrain yourself to the current job. You could be do your boss job. So demo your attitude with active participation, not just focus on your, do whatever you can to help others. That will create your personal accountabilities as well as credibilities, okay? And the visibility is important. Let your leader know, your boss leaders know who you are, how capable you are, and you're always ready to contribute. And eventually, he may not replace your boss, but they replace somebody who's leaving, and that's a manager job or director job is yours. So always ready to help others, and then create your personal brand. Okay, so this is critical. And then the second thing I cannot agree more is networking. Today, all of you coming out is important. Take this opportunity to talk to our expert and the leaders here to see how they can succeed. And generally, the success story they have will inspire you, and you can achieve the success as well in future. Okay, learn, grow, and communicate. Okay, next one, I would like to invite one of our very active our community leaders, Emily Gu. Yesterday, I just attended her one of the important events, AI in the investment. And then she have 1 hour coffee shop. She was invited to speak on the AI, how to manage wealth. Amazing. This the coffee shop have been organized every Friday, 1 hour in downtown Toronto. So for a community association can do this kind of volunteer job to help young generations consistently, that's second to none. And that's why she is an amazing job, leader the whole team, not only on this coffee shop, but also Big Gala. It's one of the top brand in the community. Okay, welcome, Emily. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Center.
Okay. So, all right, so there's a camera. I know someone that maybe online.
Yeah, there's 9 people online as I saw last
I
time.
actually prefer not speak English, but because I was told there's a lot of second generation who born in Canada who are using English as native. So I'm trying, okay. I admit that my English is not good as my mother language. I would be saying much more better content if I can use Chinese, but okay, since we are immigrant here, be using English as one of our challenge. 8 years ago, I came as a new immigrant, though I already have 20 years, more than 20 years, like management role or senior leadership in our international, in 2 of the most reputable international financial organization as a managing director, as a SVP. But when I come to Canada, it becomes 0. I don't have any relative, friends, or networks. My first visa actually is an immigration visa. So I came to Toronto, play around, and bought a place for my son to apply a high school. That's the main purpose. And a whole family immigrant to Canada. There's one thing I want to say here. It probably is not really about leadership, because at that time, I don't have anyone to lead, or maybe my family or myself instead. So I think the first thing is manage my expectation, and I'm more determined. I will come to Canada and base here and live as a local. So I move on my books, my album, 78 boxes. So it's really something I want to settle down here. So unlike a lot of like young people, probably you're still young, there's a lot of like the opportunity cost is not that high. So you are good to decide it if you don't have very good treatment here or life work balance in Canada, probably you still can go back to China, or your parents have a good income, or you have like a good assets to succeed in China. But I decided to live as a local. So I need to rebuild. I call it rebuild because I'm not sure about everything. I just try to like build my comfortable zone. I call it rebuild. So I think it's more about culture. It's not the competence of professionalism. I'm quite confident on that side, but it's the new thing, adaptance or adaptability on the culture side. So I have a dog. I start become like a parent of doggy. So I walk my dog and walk around at neighborhood. So I say hi to every neighbor who has a dog too, and start to chat about that kind of neighborhood conversation. And I ask a lot of questions, what dog food they have, what dog park they are going, what pet services, what insurance. And that creates another side of, aside from my professional life. In the meantime, I'm lucky enough, I got a job in TD as a investment advisor, which is quite lucky because maybe not all the new immigrants can resume their professional job again after they move to another country. But going to TD, there's another challenge. I would say it's more on the culture. If there's like some topic I might focusing my talk today, it might be like cross-culture leadership. So I have said I build some small talk at the neighborhoods, then I start to again build my small talk at office area. When I was hired by TD as that role, investment advisor, actually in the office of downtown, I think there's about 70 people in our department, and 40 of them, they're very typical Canadian, white, local, Caucasian. And one thing represent how like the old school they are. They have people to help them to clean the shoe, shine the shoe every Wednesday. They have people coming out to the office to like queue in, visit each office and help them shining a shoe. So I was like, what? Is that 20th century? Okay, anyway, this is Toronto, the place I work. So I start to have small talk when I have a chance in the pantry and get a coffee, start to talk. Actually, I'm prepared. So I'm not really talking like now. I prepared when I was in the elevator, I probably think, oh, what I'm going to, especially on Monday morning, I'm thinking of what I have done during the weekend. I probably can share with my colleague. I make a lot of things. Probably I think interesting. I plant new roses, which like I bought something and I visit a new place, a new restaurant. So I start to make myself more comfortable to get being engaged. And I found it's still very difficult when they talk about sports like Blue Jays at 7 or 8 years ago. I'm not totally interested about what they are talking. I think the game was really boring. when I was invited to the game, I thought, why people I spent 3 hours to, I don't see there's so much movement there or there's so much excitement there. But yesterday I was actually celebrate their first World Series, first win. I was like quite enjoying that 8 years. But talking back 8 years ago, after some small talk, I became a bit more culture confidence, being the only Chinese or Mandarin speaking Asian woman in the office among 80 white people. And I have a conversation with my colleague after joining meeting with a wealthy client. My job is doing investment for the high net worth individual who has more than 1 million assets with TD. And then my colleague was the top 5 like a PM, a salesperson in TD Pen country. And after a joint meeting, the client, we escort client to the elevator, and we are back to review recap the meeting. And my colleague says, "Oh, you know that, Emily, you can get him because he is nothing. He's just wealthy. See the watch he wear, Rolex or whatever, maybe 200,000. So but he know nothing. You can get him." I was really angry about his kind of like a bias on Chinese. But I decided maybe that's kind of impression the Chinese immigration gave to them. So I'm thinking of a plan to change that. I call it as my little leadership. So I have taken a opportunity. There's a one-time Shanghai hosted the International Expo in Shanghai. There's like a video to telling how advanced Shanghai is. So I took that video, I knocked the door to each, like more than 30 senior investment advisor. I knocked their office. I said, "May I take 2 minutes to show how Shanghai advances, where I came from, what makes Chinese like wealthy people, because they are really international. They expose the best thing in the world. You see the hardware, you see how advancement there." So like after one round, I think they see me in respect because they know that we're not wearing a Rolex. Everything in China is amazingly like taking the leading role. So that's a lot of details I don't want to cover here. So that's about my role, my career. And I really have some difficulties during COVID because we are not allowed to see anyone in person. And people are not confident not well connected when you are not allowed to see people in person. So like, I don't know where I should continue this role. So the way I took some initiative and react more proactively, I meet a lot of like my colleague who are very senior but with experience. So I talk to them in person. I asked some of the coffee chat through LinkedIn. I think that was useful. When I claim I'm an immigrant, I wish to like have some learning, always be humble. Excuse me. I get a lot of like positive response. I got a chance to meet them in person. I asked my colleague, I say, "Oh, you are so big, with managed so much funding now. I'm not still growing, and it's quite critical period in my assets management life. So I wish if you have some tail customer, or if you have any Chinese client, can you refer to me?" I just ask business like that. So eventually I survived quite well until now. I think I become the senior investment advisor, managing 200 million Canadian assets under my book, and I'm still growing stably. So that's my career. I'm so happy with what I have reached. And on the other side, I'm here represent the other role of Canadian Chinese Finance Association. I joined there like 7 years ago as Secretary General, and I use that as one of my networking opportunity or volunteering, spend some of my time. I'm not really outdoor activity lover. I don't have many interest, hobby. So volunteering is one of my lifestyle or like a hobby. So with the Canadian Chinese Finance Association, which is fully run by the volunteer, as Denton mentioned, we have a lot of activity. Something probably you might be interested is we had a weekly coffee chat, working. No need a reservation. You just follow the LinkedIn. You will be notified who will be the host for that week. And we have like every month, 3 weeks in person, 1 week online to make everyone accessible. You will see the different volunteer. They are become the host of coffee chat. They will share the job family and job opportunity around that person. So we have been doing that for almost 2 years. We will be continue to doing because we know the job market is tough, and then we need to help each other. And a lot of like opportunity was not that posting in the job website or job or LinkedIn. It is actually need some of internal referral. But everyone want the job, want the opportunity. It's really, if you can present yourself in front of that person, you have express your interest, express your strengths, probably you will be seen. That we called it visibility. Yesterday we discussed that. And I see a lot of like, probably not for the second generation, you are well educated, you have the confidence, and your language is perfect. But for some newcomer, they're afraid of English expression. So even for this kind of opportunity, they choose stay online, not come in person. What a pity. I think in person, you probably will impress me. I know that you are you. And then if I have some opportunity, I probably will think of you. So you need to like make people see you and ask some smart question. Every time I don't see a lot of question asked from the Chinese. So that's was something we probably can remind ourselves. What is the last question?
Last
Okay.
question is the young generation, the advice. What's the current industry?
Okay.
Look like?
Yeah, the wealth management is like a most, I would think is most easy job you can get in this keep changing world. So like you just think of yourself as a customer perspective, what kind of services, what kind of product, what kind of advice you want to have, then that's the business. So AI will replace, we discussed yesterday, will replace a lot of like to make research job more efficient, then can help. But people connect is still number one. You need to remain the communication, the touch, the empathy, and also you will like there's a lot of like a thing not be replaceable from a humanity. Some advice, I would encourage you come to visit us for the professional career job fair on November 23rd. I think a lot of like the people like us, we devote for this like community service, and also like leverage a lot of like resource to help your guys. Please don't waste it. Don't waste your effort. Don't waste to showcase your interest to come and talk to us, to understand the market, and just to make some friends and get yourself comfortable, confident, to have like this word I will use in Chinese, 活在主场吧，活在主场. Someone help me to translate it.
Live in the moment, in the
Home.
spot, on site.
No, it's the like
host.
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 主场。
Your main
Home court. Home court. See?
啊，你在主场。
对，我们就是这就是我们的主场
So main
Okay.
course, yeah.
home court
Home court, yeah, 它的那个红案的
like like home run 本垒打。Okay, thank you all.
好，好，谢谢 Emily，Thank you. Very amazing, Emily. Give me the most touch moment is how you level your redefine your expectation. Especially she is already as a VP in China at bank, and now coming here looking for a much lower startup job from a bank. That's not easy. So I think most of us have a similar situation, especially coming from the mainland. A lot of you are very successful there, and had to keep up what you build and coming here start from scratch, and not easy, but you guys make it through. That's why your story is really inspiring, especially for our second generation here. They already have a language advantage. They have a communication, no problem. They have a network already built up. They have historic background. So when they talk anything, they can immediately jump up. They have a lot of advantage here. How we leverage the resource and the knowledge and the experience from the first generation that to help you guys boost faster, move faster, and grow bigger. That's one we think will help here what we're doing here, right? And the other one, I think Emily really pick very good points. You need coming out. You need coming out to network. That's a very important. Face to face, much 10 times better than your online. So I know some of you is online right now. It's at least then the people who are not join. We send out so many advertisement out at least the last 3 days. I know the length is short, but every day I start sending out to remind. So all these kind of things, possible, I would encourage all of you, including teens, you guys are online, go out to talk to people. Anyone have their life story, could be touching you one or the other. So learn from everyone, even someone who maybe just sweep the floor, everyone have a different life. When they come in, I have one of my colleagues coming from India, no even high school student. Not even high school, and now he's a welding technician, travel around to help. So not a single English word. Starting here, coming here with learning 26 character start, and then become a janitors, and then become welders and operators, welders, and travel around. Okay, so everything is possible. Most important thing is your attitude, your hard work, your initiation, and definitely the leadership come along when you develop your career. Okay, thank you, Emily, again. Okay, last but not least, it's an important aspect. It's an accounting area. Mia is accounting president of Canadian Chinese Professional Accountant Association Ontario chapter, and also she is a test manager in one of the company, and she have done amazing job. I think every year if you read the community news there, she holding the annual yearly gala on the professional accounting side, and lots of amazing speakers. That's why I attended 2 times already, and this year the next one is upcoming, right? Our foreign, the first event was done by her. I told her, your event look like a perfect timing for us. We would like to use you as a kicker of our professional career foreign and job fair. She immediately support, no problem, let's go for it. And that's why it touched me the most. We have an amazing team. All of you today as speakers is not only industry, but also we as a teams, we have resonate very well. We have a similar chemistry. We help volunteer, but also we try to support the young generation. At the same time, we would like to keep our professional team moving in the direction which can contribute better and create our own image. That's why I think all our communities leaders in the pandemic time, you guys know, we Chinese are facing a significant challenge at that time, have some kind of issues there, and how we stand up is professional, it's volunteer. That's why we win respect. We win our status, I would say respectful status. And that's why I would like to take this opportunity to really thank our community leaders, not only this professional, but also other things. Okay, I give the stage to Mia. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Zhen's introduction. And Thank you for the opportunity to invite me to this event. And like I'm too.
Yeah, just a little forward. Yeah,
Right.
because the online team they can
Yeah,
see it
yeah,
better.
Before I introduce myself, I learned a lot from this event and from all the senior speakers. And that is not like, it's kind of coincidence. I'm the last one to speak. And all the story I want to share is to echo back every element you mentioned about, like how to be a better leader and why volunteer work is useful, and like all the tasks you like, how to do the communication and those kind of things. I will echo back all the elements. And but like before that, we don't have a like internal discussion what we want to talk about. But it's like, luckily, like I'm the last one, and echo back everybody's like what everybody's saying. A little bit about my background. I came here as an international student, for the grade 12 high school, like, and then go to university with a double major in accounting and economics. At that moment, I'm thinking, oh, maybe I will be a professional accountant. Well, which is not the case, because my father is like traditional Chinese parents. He is graduate. He's alumni from Beijing University. He's saying like education is important. You need to get a higher education. So like undergrad like study is not enough for you, because like you will use your entire life to do work. Like you'll have a job, but education is only like few years. So he forced me to apply a master degree and like finish a master degree right after undergraduate. But at that moment, I'm talking to myself like whether that is the only whether my parents' advice is the only thing asked me to get that degree. So like, do we have any myself goals I want to achieve from that program? It's not only like listening to my father, right? Like that is the like I need to find the inner peace for myself to finish that program. And luckily, I found like the program I went to is like to the Queen's Master of International Business program. From that program, I know I have an opportunity to communicate or I build a team for the team projects with all the people from different nationalities. So in my team, 8 people have 6 different nationalities. So I from that program, I know I can develop strong communication skills, and I can learn different cultures, like like in the multicultural country. At that moment, I want to stay in Canada. So Canada is a multicultural country. So you need to know how to communicate with different people from different cultures. So that is bring an opportunity for me to learn the communication, and also like I do have an opportunity to exchange different countries. So that at that time, I already have like Chinese education background, like, and then went to North America. I learned like North American style of education. So I do have an opportunity to exchange to UK. That is like totally different education system. I use that opportunity to know like what is UK looks like the difference. I can tell you, like in 3 months, as I write 3 essays, in each essay has 2,500 words. So like in 3 months, 3 essays. It's like totally different compared to North America. And from that like opportunity, I learned like how to the writing skills, right? Like, and taste the different type of education system. And at the same time, I use 3 months to travel around UK and to different places. That is what I gained from that opportunity. So why I want to talking about goals and opportunities, because today the story I want to share is like believe in yourself and stay on top of your goals. And before you do anything, set up goal first. Think about why I want to do it, not like just totally listening to someone else. And go to my career path. Like you can see from public practice, tax manager, like from the career path itself, it's like just simple, like in the public practice, the career path is like direct from junior to senior and then manager and senior manager. Now that is like, I don't want to share too much about that, but like how to get into that practice, and what I'm here like for represent Canadian Chinese Professional Association. Like I want to share some story about that side. So like before I get into the public practice, I'm not like my job hunting or like the job searching experience is not that smooth. I'm not like I'm not get into that job right after graduation. I spent 1 year to looking for job and to apply job and get into it. What I did in that year is like I'm like full-time volunteering in this association. And also like I'm lucky because I got the opportunity to get into this association, to know the peoples. Like you can see like I'm graduated with Master of International Business program. Why I like come back to accounting, because at that moment that is kind of opportunity to me. I get in touch of the seniors in that association. Then I also have a 1 year volunteering experiences or like doing the volunteer work in that association. Like you will see like 1 year volunteer experience or like work is without pay. And like everybody is used to be joking, okay, Mia is doing full-time job in this association without pay. But like to myself, it's not only building a network from that association. Also, each task I did in that association, I learned a lot. So when I go into a event, when I set up the event or help doing the operations, I know I want to learn something from it. Not only putting the chair there or doing the registration, right? Like during that work, you can think about what you want to really get from that work. For example, like this time you put in chair this way, like maybe people is not easy to go like walk around or doing the networking. Next time, what do you think? Like you can think different things. Like use your strategic skills to think about like maybe the chair can set up the other way. So like you setting up goals from next event, you can practice what you want to develop, like the skill you want to develop. And after 1 year, I got my job like from a senior referral in that association. And at the moment, like people will see like maybe that is the time you can move on. You don't need to stay in this association because you already got a job. But that is not what I'm thinking. Like, because I believe in this association, I can learn more skills. And that is like this association create a platform for me or environment. I can use this environmental opportunity to develop different skills. Because like you can see like in the public practice, technical is the thing you can get from destination or like from CPA trainings or like any trainings you can learn from the forms provided. But like soft skill is also a hard requirement to survive in a public practice. How can you build up your soft skills? So that is kind of my short period goal or short-term goal, like why I want to stay in this association. And then as a volunteer, I work in like like 1 or 2 years, and then I've been promoted to a vice president to leading some project. At that moment, I found like we're missing the gap, like we need to bridge in the gap between the young professionals and senior professionals. Because at that moment, our membership base is all seniors or like immigrants from like has the Chinese background, like or Chinese high education background professionals. But we're missing the gap. We're missing the bridge between the young professionals who has similar education background as myself, like international students. So that moment I kind of like looking find the opportunity to bridge this gap to build network between the young professionals and senior professionals. And also like while I'm doing those projects, I can develop my communication skills and also project management skills. And then be promoted as a president. So you can tell like we already have our association is founded in 2008. At the moment I took this position in this association, we already have 10 years history, and like all the professional development seminars is already touching the ceiling of the professionalism. And I won't be able to, like if I stay as a president, I won't be able to over the ceiling because they already do a really professional seminars to the community. And at that moment I'm thinking like maybe if I was the president, what I can do more for this community. So then looking around, like all associations only focusing on the accounting professionals community. So I saw like, and I noticed and also have opportunity to learn different professional associations. So in this in the community, I know like there's not only accountant, right? So that is the kind of opportunity to me to building up the connections with other professionals from different fields. And the same time, as like, I cannot remember, Zhong Huizhang is like mentioned about what is the leadership. That is also one of my goals from the presidency in this association, because I need to lead more than 30 volunteers to helping me to run the organization. Like why those people want to contribute their times to contribute to this association, and without any pay. So I need to share my goals and let everybody on the same page as mine. And also convince them or like influence them to agree what I want to be in the future. And that is kind of overall my story around this association, and setting up goals is the important thing to do. And you can tell like from each story, I kind of reflect or debrief myself, like why I want to do it and what I achieve from each of the tasks or each stage of my life. And also echo back to Gary, like volunteering, and also Bill mentioned about reflect. You're mentioning reflect, or Bill mentioned reflect, like debrief. That is important. Like is really powerful too after you after you finish every task. So before I end of my speech, I want to share something like let you thinking about why you want to be here. So today I will be here. I want to rebuild connections with all the senior professionals and learn the stories from everybody, and also contribute back to community. That is my goal. I think like I'm successfully achieved that goal. So I want to ask like why you want to be here, to be more interaction. Anyone want to see something?
Okay, volunteer young generation. Okay, Kevin.
Okay, put you on the spot.
Maybe you just why.
Now share one point.
Later we
Why you like other than volunteer hours? Why you want to be here?
Learn something new.
What did you learn? One more point add on.
Job market.
It's not that hard. Well, you want to prepare, like you need to prepare yourself to be a good candidate into this job market.
This question asked online.
Yeah.
Oh,
On the chat room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can open the chat room and see you any questions. Yeah.
Chat, okay.
Chat box. The red one. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I will open. Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
At least we have someone.
Yeah.
to
When
share.
I talk we unmute now you can talk. Yeah. Okay. Maybe second Cynthia, while you're here, maybe Aaron, you can comment. Yeah.
I'm here because I want to learn more about leadership.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Evan.
To meet new people and meet a future chance of my career.
Okay.
Great.
Eric.
Just to hear like successful people, accomplished people speak.
Okay. And we have a volunteer here. Okay. Yeah.
Hear about like people who have more experience than me, talk about how to gain more leadership in the job market.
Great.
Okay. You.
I want to make some connection.
Connections. Okay. So everybody has their goal. You have a purpose, or there's some point you want to achieve after this event. And maybe after our speech, building connections. What is your next step? No, building connections. What is your next step after my speech? Building connections.
Yeah. The speaker.
Take action.
Yeah.
Right? And after today's event, before you go to bed, think about what I really learned,
Reflection.
reflect, and debrief. Yeah, that is.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Hi, I'm still here.
Thank you so much.
That's one more person here. Okay. Yeah. No
Yeah,
problem. You can any questions from the online team?
Yeah, I'm just curious because we can only see the speaker. Are you able to switch the camera and let us to see the audience as well? The same way? And
You see now?
no, it's like you are already blurred
Okay, too
the
far.
background.
Let me turn our
but-
background. Okay. Okay. Give me a second.
And I encourage whoever in the like online chat to open your cameras.
Okay. We have the amazing speakers go through, and each one have shared live touching stories and amazing message get across. Okay. Now I would like to invite our speaker coming to the front row to see any questions we have, including the online one. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we get just. 就转过来可以。Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm coming to the front line. We just face-to-face discussion. 转一圈就可以。
要不要休息5分钟？
不要，马上 coffee 就来。我们 panel discussion， 然后我们再 panel在那个 coffee chat。OK。那个 speaker 坐在前面一楼，那其他的你们那个就不许动啊。Okay, well, next one we'll go to the Q&A section. Okay, yeah, speaker 在这边。来。第一个到这边。
那个什么，你那个怎么办呢？那个屏幕。
屏幕
转过来呗。
屏幕对。
你要放在那边来。
那个它 cable 没那么长。
这样的啊。
对。
哎，要不你就放在一个这个。
没事，问题不大。问题不大，我们看更多的话是。Okay, now have a seat. Yeah. Today I think very good sharing. All of the speakers have very touch moment story. Okay, today because of time limit, only I give everyone only 12 minutes maximum, and we are control the time because at the beginning we delay 10 minutes. Really control very well. So everyone did a fantastic job. Okay, so because of the time limit, that's why we did not ask all of them speak out a lot of things. I know every one of them can speak 3 days and 3 nights, no problem. If they're talking about level questions, I know when I talk, I cannot stop talking about my career. But one thing is, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you guys for coming out, taking your precious time on the weekend to show our young generation your dedication, your volunteerism, your professionalism, and your leadership. And they are really amazing leaders, I would say, in the community for so many years. We come closer and closer because of we have the same chemistry, and we would like to contribute to our Chinese community more successful. Okay, that's what we are. We all have good hearts, bring a good heart, and the secret time and energy coming out to show what they can do to help, not in their own profession, but also in this volunteers category. So now I would like to open to you what your question would be. Maybe start from here. What are your most interesting question? Any speaker, you can find out. Oh yeah, and this question for Emily, this question for Han Xiao. Okay, I'll let you communicate, and then in 15 minutes we should have a coffee coming here, donut coming here. Then we can start coffee shop. Okay, maybe starting 要不要从你这边来？
我是刘会长，我是
校友会的。
OK， 对，今天你非常认真，特别跟刘会长在说。对，我上次见过你。
对，我是首先我昨天看到那个就是咱们这个广告有这个我感兴趣，主要是觉得都是些行业内的这个专家啊、资深精英，哎，我觉得愿意来听一下。当然听了以后呢，感觉确实启发很大。对于我来说，虽然我是成人，我家2个孩子，老大已经在工作，他是学计算机，做那个机电工程。
哦，那就是我的专业。
已经在工作了。
对。
老二呢，今年刚毕业，他是学的是animation， 动漫。今年刚毕业，是现在在找工作，所以我说正好也是个机会，我来听听这个行业专家，然后呢，就是看看给老二能不能有一点什么样的启发，因为他前段回国，昨天刚回来，今天在睡觉也来不了，我本来想把他来的，真的是很受启发，我感觉，尤其是那个刚才我正好跟关先生就说， 他的这个观点，就是虽然你不是在这个专业的，但是你也可以勇敢的去探索一下，就是说你会不会也有机会，对吧？我把这个观点，我想我一定会去跟我家孩子说一下，看看就是做这个 animation 呀这块，当然今天我们这些专家都没有涉及到这块的东西，对他是不是也是一种启发？
对，
可以让那个谁有没有这个经验的 animation 这块的？是啊，我讲讲。
再说一个故事。
对，
我在 RBC 的不是 RBC 的 demo 的，我们有一个 team， so we have a technical writer. She was an artist before she joined the organization. And when she went to interview, she's very open-minded and very likable person. And then the last question, the interviewer asked, do you know Windows? Do you know Windows are the Windows system? Yeah. And she did not understand. She said, wow, I can do Windows, but I'm going to type. She was thinking about that Windows. The error burst was, a lot. But she was hired. So after that, she made a great contribution for the team because of the presentation. She was has an artistic mind and always polished the presentation very well. In an organization, not only you need to do external sales, many of the situations, you do internal sales. In terms of put your idea, your proposal, your budget in front of the executive in the boardroom presentation. Usually give you very small amount of time. 5 minutes is probably on the top when you propose some project or ask for budget. Usually you only have like 3-5 minutes because there are 20 projects to go and present in the executive committee. So that is the value she brings on the table. So I truly believe there's something like that. Many of the organizations, particularly the big ones, require the kind of skill. Although you have AI, you can do something, but it's just different angles, like creativities and the very purpose of the communicating idea from the leaders to this artistic or artist is a key. So that role is not replaceable at this time, just yet. But I see there's some kind of risky in the future when the AI is fully capable of doing all the jobs, but not yet.
Yeah, I can share one story actually quickly regarding the animation job. If you want to not only look for an animation job, probably something related or similar to this, just related to this area. 举个例子讲啊，就是我们这个 our department is information security or global security. So our department, mostly there are people that are doing computer IT, security. They have a lot of system skills and security skills. But then there are also another team that doing risk management, right? Risk management is IT risk management. That team, you do not need to be very practical with IT. As long as you have some certain skills, for example, you have a critical thinking, you can find out the issues, that the gaps that the other team, the operation team is not able to, found. You discover something, a gap, then that's perfect. That's a perfect role for that job role. So just saying that also there is another later on we have another team called the communication. Why we have that team is because we wanted to educate the whole employee, the whole bank, the whole employee base to be able to cyber aware. So then they create this team, and this team has 3 people actually, manager and then 2 analysts. Basically, they send out the emails, they do communications, but they are not the IT or security people. They are in the IT team. So those are things that you can open your eyes just look for. related jobs, just for something that you're interested, just apply.
Okay, and maybe this one, lawyer maybe can give a comment
Yeah.
based on your market because you connect directly to the employer.
Yeah,
And to see what.
I just want to give solutions, right? So each industry is different. So for animation, there are three kind of industries you can get into. One is filming and movie.
Yeah.
One is media.
Yeah.
The other is gaming. And probably, the best is OCAD. And then the second is Sheridan. Maybe Humber College and other colleges. However, like these two are great. Okay. OCAD, even if it's the best school, but no, it's very challenging. So if your kid, if the student doesn't have real live production experience, where if they just have project experience, it's very hard to find a job. I would suggest go to the umbrella. So if you cannot, like say, I love gaming, right? Most of people learn animation for gaming. But if he didn't join any gaming company as an intern to do real work, he just designed his work and then everyone designed their work, but no users, right? Then it's hard to find a job. Then you move to the umbrella, and then you go with media or go with marketing. So you do become a coordinator. So when you do coordinator, you don't do actual work. But when you start as a coordinator, you see different departments and teams, how they collaborate with each other. And then you go into one vertical later on. So I mean, like, no, it's yeah. And use data, right? We, as an experienced group, our success, our failure cannot be reproduced. It's very hard. Like, this is a very special group. But I mean, try to go onto Indeed and LinkedIn, find how many jobs fit them. If there are only 50 jobs, they can't find. You have to find 200 jobs posted every 2 weeks. Then there's a market for you.
Just to add on that, we did hire a animation summer job for our organizations to do the house promotions. So I believe, his parents volunteered for us and then introduced these kids to us. And he is the volunteer, and we think he is really good. And we hired him and paid him for the past summer to do the health promotions. So we have that same story, and he helped us to make that story in animation mode. And it is actually also a fund project by PHAC, Public Health of the Agency. So you can see that during the past summer, this get money, get experience, get acknowledged. So that is one thing that you don't limit it in what kind of the sectors, as long as there is opportunities, that's just to go for it. And also for all of you is that, anything make you stand out from your peers. It's not something that you already have with them, because you go to the same major, you compete with the same people. So you have to think out of the box. You have these skills applied into different sectors. It might make you more competitiveness, that such as me, that I have go to different sectors, but I have transferable skills. But also I applied the same something that I have that the other people that they don't have, and I use that kind of the talent to compete with them. So play smart. That is how we can do it.
I have to add back to Maggie, because there's such a great point. When you don't have work experience, I was talking about full-time, right? But there's so many, most of the animation people, they do part-time or freelancer.
Yeah.
And then the best part is, if you say we pay you full-time, any organization we can afford. But if you ask us, any of us, can I do something for you for free just for this video? We will all welcome, right? And then in the worst case, you help one company, you help Mr. Mrs. Zhang. But in best case scenario, you help multiple. Then why don't you start? Why don't you ask your son to start a business and helps multiple people? Then you become a marketing agency, media agency.
That's exactly one good point. I have one friend. You guys know we went to the Antarctica. And my friend in Queen University, he got a PhD, and then later he finished work, and then he started build out his own photography studios, which is doing weddings, right? And then photographers, and then big event for videos, and he make for Indians from river cruising. and from the beginning to the end, 7 days or 15 days follow that. Yeah, so this is a very dynamic and then lots of potential. Yeah, so congratulations for your kids.
Thanks.
Okay, good.
Thanks for lots of good ideas.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, next, I would like to maybe take one of any questions you have. You can raise your hand and who speakers you have question with. Okay. Kevin or Eric, do you have questions for which speakers you want to ask for your future career or even leadership of the side and also the future career side, like because they are the expert in the industry?
Well, it's not something really related to like this exactly, but it's more about, you know, you've all been talking about like AI advancing so quickly, right? And we're entering an AI age. So like, so at my school, right, I'm a grade 10 student. So like in every class, there's at least one person who's always like, you know, just copy and pasting all the answers into some like get back.
That's not good.
So like what do you think about it like developing so fast? Because there's also like deep fakes and all that stuff, right? Like it sounds very believable, and Sora 2 is out also, like, and it's just getting like a lot better, you know, like AI.
Yeah, I think yesterday I attended CCFA at seminar. One of the speakers they asked the question. Right now, it's all online, lots of information. Well, 50% is produced by AI. Yeah, so that's message. We need a filter. You're not just taking a grant and post. Yeah, maybe Emily can comment.
I don't. So even the like large firm like the pension funds, the data management, Fidelity, all these big firms now 51% of their research report are generated by AI, and it is like a foreseeable within a year or two, like 100% or 99% will be like generated by AI, because in old days, probably one research analyst, they spend a whole day, 8 hours to generate 2 reports. But maybe now it's just 10 minutes for this kind of report. So AI definitely improve a lot of like work efficiency. So we can't avoid that. This is happening. I think we talk about the transferable skills. That's one thing we need to know. We should face that. This is a challenge not only to you, but to the whole human mankind. And then and a lot of like actually it is remain unknown because we really don't know. But keep yourself like keep learning, keep the capacity of learning the new things. I think still the capability of learning is definitely something you could continue to improve. And to respond to your questions, there's some schools or even institution we will restrict the AI application because of protection of data. And then it is like after everyone using data, it isn't actually the accuracy and the quality of data, how you feed that to the AI. So I'm not a STEM person, I'm not AI background, but I mean, if talking about a job opportunity, we believe that a lot of things heavily repeatable stuff is replacing by AI first. And some of the AI actually break the barrier. Like I am now using the auto drive mode.
Autonomous driving.
Yeah, so like that would break up the barrier. But on the other side, maybe the opportunity is shifting, job opportunity are shifting to quality control or like a risk control. I do see in the wealth management, there's a lot of opportunity come up on the anti-money laundering and anti-fraud, because a lot of Sora 2, I made a video of myself become like a skinny champion, but actually I can't. So like a video, the image can be faked by AI, but probably you become the expert who can tell what is real, what is rate. So become a new opportunity on job market.
Yeah, so that's very good point because you see some AI maybe include efficiency, but those people who maintain the AI, create the AI, there's also job markets there. So really no need to worry too much about it as long as you keep learning, keep using, and then to your best benefit. Right?
Yeah, so a year ago, I look at the government funding to support anti-fraud, which is like less than $1 million. There's a name a few ones support anti-fraud. But this year, it is like actually 75 million government funding supporting anti-fraud. So there's like a lot of fraud case created, well, maybe backed by the misuse of AI. So there's so there's some other requirement from the regulation or risk controls aspect to come out to like the needs have been arrived a lot for risk control. So probably you guys can look up, and your professor, your teacher probably are finding some like a vehicle or application to anti the AI copy answers.
Yes, we do.
For sure. Universities already started to use the tool, right?
To check out how many people copy
version.
I think the other one is for 推荐签的 sent to Alex. Called ChatGPT Zero, which you try to detect using the tool to detect how much you copy from ChatGPT.
Yeah,
that teacher will eventually maybe use it.
But the thing, this is inevitable. You have to follow the trend because you cannot stop the trend, right?
Yeah.
Technology advancement, you have to follow the trend. You have to know how to use the ChatGPT, whatever, because it really help you to reduce time to do a lot of stuff and even write your essay. But the problem with that is you cannot just use it to copy and paste. You use it to come up with some ideas, but you have to write your own essay. Otherwise, you're gonna be caught by the professor, and then your mark. You're gonna be your paper is gonna reject it. Like you will not pass, right? So this is the thing. Other thing is in terms of job, I think in the future is that if you don't know how to use AI, mostly your job is gonna be probably in trouble. Like because the AI is not replacing people, but I can tell you from the technology point of view, the IT point of view, we have already. I mean, technology-wise, like banks or companies already use all kinds of AI tool to allow the employee to generate the code, write the code, but not like exactly take from AI tool. You can take a look at the code, and then you have to modify, double check, and modify to be used with your own case, your own company, your own scenarios. And if you don't use that, that means you're going to be far behind the people that can use that, like know how to use it. It's going to be, they can write 10,000 line of code in 2 days, but you only write like 100, 200 codes, right? Final codes, which is the consequence. So this is the thing, right?
Yeah.
The other thing is AI, the fake video, all those kind of things. I believe that is only temporary. In the future, I think that will be a way to for you to verify, digitally verify if this is real or this is not real. Just like the Bitcoin, you have so why Bitcoin is so is the digital wallet is a true and is like authentic, like because of there's technology there for you to be sure that this is this is true. For example, I think even the President Trump said he's gonna do something on that kind of field for the fraudulent video, whatever, they're gonna do something. It's gonna be there very soon, so don't worry about that.
I think one thing you can do is, what I like to do is look at an AI generated answer, right? I would reverse engineer what prompt they put in. And if it's like, so it's a very interesting practice. If every student is saying, this is the question, this is the thing I want to generate, then they're going to generate very similar articles. However, if you don't give subsequent prompts, then your answer isn't going to add any value, right? But one way to think about it is look at the specific instructions that you give in the prompt. In the resume generation tool, we generate resumes, right? There are 80 lines of prompt at different age, at different years of experience, different industry, like even animation, like even product management. We have different sector, breakdowns. But no, I think the thing to use AI, you need to think, I use AI to generate what content for what purpose with what kind of mandate. I care about the environment. I care about ethics, right? So this is a good practice. And I use AI to generate code for Roblox games. I use AI. No, if you like Bring Rock, then I use AI to generate chimpanzee, banana, these type of things, right? So then it becomes fun. You want to use AI to bring value, to make people happy, make things fair, make things transparent.
Very good questions, very good answers. Okay, yeah, this side, any questions?
If you don't know what to do with life, where do you start?
That's a good question.
That's my question for you is, what makes you happy? Like right now, it's for me, it's very hard. Like when we talk about leadership, right? I think when we were born, we were leaders. The baby is asking for food. The baby is asking for pet or whatever. So I think when we were born as leaders. You know what I mean? Then things change. You got a lot of constraints. Your parents ask you to do things. You have to make a living. Eventually become a slave. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It's sorry. Let's make it more interactive.
No, I think that's a very good
Yeah.
question. I think
Yeah.
when I asked at your age, I never thought about that question, but it's a very good question. I recommend you take 1 year off, go around the world.
Her parents don't agree. Her parents don't agree.
Yeah. What is
So it's very.
I agree.
Why guys a lot of people?
If I don't know what I want, what am I going to do?
This is such a great question. Like
Why
I think
you
Maggie.
have to take a year off instead of trying everything already you can from the start?
It's something you can think, right? So making you think,
No, you don't have to, because with the journey, I don't think so. Yeah, because life is short, right?
Yeah.
So anything you can try, it don't have to be a huge leap until you have financially, mentally, physically, everything ready. But it's never everything ready.
Yeah.
So I think from something that you can do, like today, if you really don't know what makes you happy, and just write something, think about it. You don't have to take a day off. You can just take maybe a 2 hours off to think about that, right? So, wow, yeah, I'd be blunt. I don't think everyone can afford to take a year off,
But I think
but
that-
you can do it as soon as possible.
Yeah. But think about this question is very meaningful question.
It is.
It has two things behind, right? Two things behind the scene. One thing is, I have a motivation, but I don't know what to do, right? This is one scenario. The other scenario is, I have no motivation at all. I don't know what to do. I don't know what my life is going to be in 10 years. I don't care. This kind of thing, right? So we have to know like the scenarios. I know that these days, because I face with some issues, questions also with the young generation. Like I have a nephew, right? He is like after the millennium, it's called Z,
Gen Z.
Gen Z. So he's kind of like that kind of he's like I don't have motivation. I don't want to do a lot of things. I think just be self-contained. I'm okay. Just this. Basically, don't force me to do things. Don't give me pressure. So that's that kind of thing, right? And my son graduated. Like my son was born 1998, so he's a little bit different. He has motivations. He wanted to do things, but sometimes he also doesn't know what to do. So two scenarios. But the thing is, these are two different things. For the one that without motivation, that one is even harder to solve the issue. But I mean, even you don't have motivation, I think you have to think. I mean, you have to talk to people, like talk to the senior, the people that are around you, your parents, your whoever, And then they will talk to you about the whole life, like in the human being, like in terms of, you know, how life is going to be like, you know, your life is short, like you said, but you know, how do you want to live your life? If you want to really choose to live life without doing nothing, that's fine, right? Still, like there are people doing that, but you know, you don't want to be like that. I mean, most people don't want to be like that.
I think the more things you find you're unhappy about, the closer you will find what you're happy with. You know what I mean? So all the failures, the failures, the earlier you make, the more you make, the sooner you'll be more successful. Even Warren Buffett, right? Most people love money. They love to own money. But Warren Buffett doesn't love to own money. He just wants to see how money works. Do you know the difference?
Yeah. Coffee donut.
So Warren Buffett, right? Like most people in the world, okay, they just want to own money, including probably myself in the early stage. Like we just want to own money. But Warren Buffett makes a lot of money. He just wants to see what's the ceiling to make money. So that's how I know that his end goal is to see how money grows, see how money works. That's why he donates back to the society. Then you know.
So Warren Buffett knows what he wants.
Yeah.
But if you don't know what you want, what do you want to do?
I don't even know when Warren Buffett, like, even he cares about it. When you're into something, you don't even care.
Interested.
Invest money.
So
make a
yeah,
goal.
he likes to do something, but that's already has in mind.
Yeah. If you ask Elon Musk, right? Why do you build Tesla? Why do you study physics? You know, maybe.
He knows.
Yeah, but you know what they would say. I'm taking a guess, okay? Like as an AI, I'm taking a guess. He would just say, I love to build. I just love to build. So that's his answer. But behind the scene, there's so many things. You know what I mean? So here is like the most successful people, I think they make things very simple. And then they don't, like when they are determined, I just love to build, I build for no reason. I don't ask anything for return. Love is the same thing. When we love kids, when we love our partner, I think love should have no return. You love and you're happy, and then you don't ask for return.
You know you want to love, but
yeah.
If someone even don't ask a question, why I'm here? There are many young people facing this question because they find life meaningless.
Yeah.
Because high level of the suicidal cases are the people who lost the purpose of life.
Yeah.
So the first question need to be answered. What is the purpose? Different people have different need to have this answer, and this question get answered. So answer this question is fundamental.
Such about this is what I read about like recently. Yeah. So I'm reading about purpose and responsibility a lot. So like purpose, you have a purpose, you have responsibilities. Like so, it's a really interesting.
But the purpose is the one for reason. The young kids nowadays lost purpose is there's no immediate threat for the life.
Yeah.
So they like in the time that when we are in our generations, we even worry about the food.
Yeah.
Right. So at that time, you live on immediate needs.
Yeah.
But nowadays, this immediate needs is no longer a need anymore. Because even you live on the street, you won't die because the society, the social support system. Now the people think about a really deep question is why I'm here.
Yeah.
Not many people can answer that question. Not many even can ask
that
question.
I think this one we need a separate topic.
Exactly.
What's a life purpose? And also, I think we need to invite a CNW, the expert coming up with.
Psychology.
Yeah, Maggie would be the.
I think we already talked too far.
Too far,
exactly.
So we have to know why she has this question.
I think
what did she want to go? Where to go? Then we just answer. Give you some suggestions.
Yeah, I think we need to set up a
so
goal.
Which year are you university student or high school? Yeah. So this is different, right?
Many people yours, don't worry.
Don't worry, yeah.
Yeah, I think because she's my daughter, I give her too much pressure probably.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's what I want, that's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I see some
At
parents.
my high school, I don't know. I definitely don't know. And
Yeah.
even that in the university, I don't know.
Sure.
And then until like I have first job, I don't know either. And then I was like wondering, I was accepted by the bank as a new role starting. And then there are so many different roles in the banking industry. I see some of the colleague, he was sharing on how much bonus he has. Then the other peers are so excited, oh, wow, you earn so much bonus. Maybe bonus was something really motivating. But I was not ready at that moment. Maybe now it is, but not at that moment when I was like 25. So like I was able to do a job with high net worth individuals as a private banker. After a few months, when I interviewed the private banker, because I need to know my customer, like know KYC is part of like a due diligence. When I know whoever has that money, I listen their story, how they become success. Someone is really like a gambler. It was such a coincidence. He had a bunch of money. Someone like take assets from the parents. Someone earned hard-earned, and someone was doing like a manufacturing after 20 years become like a millionaire. So every time you hear the different people's story, you know the different rule of success. Like if you find a character would eventually make that success, you become inspired. At that moment, I know I love this job. I want to know more and more successful people, and I can learn from them, or maybe I got inspired because of their success. I got inspired. So maybe up to them, I know why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't think any of one here can tell you exactly what you need or what makes your life meaningful. You need to find by yourself and by experience.
This is
by talking.
This is very good to the point. If you, every one of most of us, if we look back at 20 years, you will not think you are coming to Canada, not coming to this room, right? You put me in 20 years ago before you immigrate, and probably, oh, I'm back in China.
And the success in
Yeah.
the banker's mind,
Yeah.
and then with other people, maybe
Right.
totally different.
Different, yeah.
Totally different.
Because they're looking into the overview of
Yeah.
other different people success story.
But you feel like your blood is into your head and you, I want to be with him, like sometimes that kind of moments you just see probably will tell you the direction.
Okay. That's very good. I think it's an important message here. You learn and set up your goal, trace your goal. If without purpose, you will feel not meaningful in life. So that's not what we want to see. We want to see your success, leadership, and even the goal is small. You can set up a little higher. As long as you try, even not reach, that's fine. But at least you're not made right here, you're right here. That's your success already because you push your boundary comfort zone over. Okay, that's the important thing. Yeah.
Maybe I can make some point.
Yeah.
That's why, because I see a lot of people from my experience.
Mhm.
So a lot of the kids pressure from parents.
I'm one. No, from brother, that's one.
That's our Chinese parents.
Yeah,
Has
that's
a
true.
lot of duty.
That's true.
They haven't finished yet. Because we don't have license to give the parents. We give a lot of hidden pressure to kids.
Hmm.
So kids, they are unhappy, they don't have their goal. That's because parents, because our coach. We are the engineering, we are the lawyer, we are doctor, we just say, this is the way you go. So kids like a different way. That's the why they give.
Yeah.
We, for Chinese parents, we're supposed to be open.
Hmm.
Let the kids to choose. If they fail, they can get the way to go. If they just keep your way to go, they are unhappy.
But following your point, this is a good point. I think that's one thing that you, as a student, right, at your age, you should have your own self awareness. Means you think about yourself. Means you think what do you want to be in the future? Like, do you want to be successful, or do you not want to be successful? So this is one of the things, right? You want to, most of the kids say, I want to be successful. But then to be successful, what should you do? You should probably, get some knowledge, get diploma or, degrees. This is just one way. I'm not talking, this is just in general. Maybe some students say, hey, you know what? I just want to be an entrepreneur in the future. I will be rich. I want to own a lot of money. So maybe you can start your own business right now. So this is the thing you want to do. Like just try it. Think of what you want to do and try it.
No, they are too young. They are too young. They don't have this goal yet. So you have this goal? I don't think so.
That's why we are telling her.
No, don't tell them. Let them to go.
Okay. I think this is required for additional sections and very good discussion. And I think kids will benefit from it. And we also get inspired as well, especially for this topic. We think ourselves need to as well.
Okay, for the young kids.
Thank you for our speakers today, and really appreciate your showed up here, and also online team as well. And our next event will be on November 1st, night time 7:30 on the AI related topic, AI application development and demo. So welcome you guys to join, and hope you have a good day. And we are looking forward to see you at the November 23rd of the job fair event. Okay. And all our speakers will be here. Okay, thank you. One more time, appreciate it. And then thank you for our online one as well. Now we come. Oh yeah, we would like to have a group photo together. Okay. 好，那个 online one, we thank you so much for your attending long time with us and enjoy the day. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.